So I am driving off-road in the all-new Chevrolet Colorado, and specifically the Trail Boss. This is the first of 4 off-road versions of this new Colorado. In fact, there are more off-road versions than non-off-road versions. Equipment-wise, this is actually comparable to the base work truck. So you have a urethane steering wheel, for instance, hard plastic on the dash, but it is a Trail Boss, so it has extra ground clearance. It has either all-terrain or mud-terrain tires. This one has the mud-terrain ones. It has wider fenders, has some more gloss black trim. It looks cooler. Also has 4-wheel drive standard. It does have some extra off-road oriented toys in the infotainment system. But to have even more toys, you got to get the Z71. That has extra camera views, including a new underbody camera and a low front view, in addition to the just normal front view ahead. Put those together, that's great when you're kind of inching towards a cliff and not sure whether you're gonna just drop a nice inch or, to your death. In general, these trucks, the off-road versions, they just look tougher without looking that they're trying too hard or like they want to rip your face off. But then there are 2 more above this, which we are not getting to drive today, unfortunately. Those would be the ZR2 and the ZR2 Desert Boss. Those, among their other talents, do have those Multimatic DSSV or spool valve shocks that are masterful in a more high-speed desert environment, hence the Desert Boss bit. Now, every new Colorado has a 2.7-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, but they have different tunes. This would be the medium tune, the one that will be most likely in most of the trucks. It is standard on this Trail Boss. It has 310 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque. The work truck and LT have the lower version, and it is a significant drop in power and torque, and it's something you do notice. So frankly, you want the middle one. And there actually are mechanical differences. There are literally parts that are not in the base one. The one that is the high output motor, though, that's a software tweak that you can actually go to the dealer and have them, run their little computer men and give you more power. So you don't have, that's not something that you will have to decide immediately upon buying a Colorado. And that engine is what you're going to get on the ZR2. But it is available throughout the lineup. So that is the new Colorado. Driving it off-road here, it's perfectly capable. This is not the biggest fastball we could be throwing at it. There are off-road and terrain settings, terrain for more serious business, off-road for just slippery surfaces. Neither are really required on this, because just by itself it's rather capable. The other nice thing about this is when you're driving off-road, it's not beating you up. It still has leafs in the back, no fancy dampers. Those will arrive on the ZR2. The other thing I must say is that this is a mid-size truck, and boy is it easier to drive on a trail than in a full-size truck like a Silverado. You don't have to worry so much about scraping against desert brush here, or you can more easily avoid ruts and nasty rocks. So if you actually are interested in driving your truck off-road, highly recommend a mid-sizer like a Colorado, and in fact, the Colorado itself, because although we haven't gone very far off-road in this, compared to its competition, I think it's very well suited, especially as we haven't been driving the max version. So off-road at least, new Colorado, easily maneuverable, reasonably comfortable, and sure seems to be perfectly capable.